Things are about to get very busy for motorsport games with the very much so awaited patch for NASCAR 21 Ignition with the 2022 DLC, but as well NASCAR Rivals, which we are about to go over here today. Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. NASCAR Rivals, which has kind of flown under the radar a little bit, but it's kind of been brought up here and there. Some videos have been floating around from other creators and whatnot about it, but it is a Nintendo Switch game coming out this year in what looks like October, which is potentially, from what some are speculating, at NASCAR Heat 5, just with the next-gen cars. Obviously no confirmation yet. Based off of leaks it could look like that, but we'll have to wait and see. The features have now though been actually revealed for this game, and we're going to go over that right here, and these all come from the Best Buy website. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. NASCAR Rivals is currently listed on the Best Buy website at $49.99 here for the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch only, it's not coming out on anything else, and you currently see the release date is 10/14/2022, so October 14th, 2022. The details of this game though have now been showcased thanks to LST and NASCAR fan on Twitter actually for reaching out to me and sending this my way and other creators' way. But here's all the details, and we're going to dive into each and every single one here, starting with just the overall description of the game, which is just NASCAR Rivals, the official video game of the 2022 season, puts the fun and intensity of the NASCAR Cup Series in the palm of your hands on the Nintendo Switch, featuring the 2022 official teams, drivers, cars, and schedule from the world's most popular stock car racing series. Create your own legacy with career mode, compete as your favorite driver at any track and race now, beat your rivals in online, local, and split screen multiplayer, try your best to beat real life challenges, so we get challenges now, and customize your own driver and paint scheme. We all know it's not a NASCAR game without a proper career mode, and the description is pretty vague here, but it kind of gets the point across here. Career mode: join an existing NASCAR Cup Series team or create your own in this revamped career mode that allows you to build your legacy and compete for the NASCAR Cup Series title. So a few things to point out real quick. It says a revamped career mode. So what are we comparing this to? It doesn't really tell me what this game is being compared to. Is it being compared to the NASCAR Heat 5 Nintendo Switch game, or is it being compared to NASCAR 21 Ignition? My guess is the NASCAR Heat 5 Nintendo Switch game. But obviously the big thing is, I mean, other than joining an existing NASCAR Cup Series, you can now create your own, which is something that I would expect to see hopefully in the next NASCAR game that comes to other consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, PC. So what, NASCAR 2023 Ignition, or whatever the heck they end up calling it. But nonetheless, create your own team, which is going to be a very, very big thing here for the Nintendo Switch. It's going to be really actually in depth, I think, for a Nintendo Switch game, but I think in a really good way, hopefully. But obviously, when they say create your own team, they got to make sure they get this right. We got to be able to actually develop our car. I hope it's not just like you create a car and it's one of the best cars on the grid. There needs to be a system of actually upgrading your car, because you know, NASCAR Heat 5 has that foundation there for that. If that's what this game is a continuation off of, then I think it's in a good place. Actually, I think it's actually a really simple kind of structure with how it worked in Heat 5 to work well on the Nintendo Switch. So nice to see that there, and like I said, that's something that we need in future NASCAR games, like and in NASCAR 23 as well when that comes out. Next up, you see the Race Now mode, which is pretty straightforward. You select any driver and compete at any track on the schedule with options of changing race length, tire and fuel consumption, and more. So to put that straightforward in simple terms, go fast, turn left, there you go, and just bulldoze your way through the grid. Next up, with the challenge mode, we have the brand new challenges in which players attempt to beat or accomplish scenarios inspired by real on-track events. So obviously we know with NASCAR Rivals, we are going to have the 2022 next-gen roster and next-gen cars, obviously. So I would expect to see some 2022 challenges. Maybe I would take a guess. I mean, let me know what you think, what challenges are going to be in this game. I'm going to take a guess. The first thing I can think of, Daytona 500. Maybe you're put in the seat of the number 12 car, Ryan Blaney, and you try to not get bulldozed into the outside wall for a Daytona 500 win and see if you can beat your teammate of Austin Cindric. Or maybe a Circuit of the Americas, Ross Chastain kind of challenge, where either you're the 48 of Alex Bowman or the 16 of AJ Allmendinger, if he's in the game, of course, and actually you have to try and avoid not getting wrecked there for the win. A lot of wrecking for the wins I've noticed this season in real life NASCAR, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here with a couple of challenge ideas. Let me know what what challenges you expect to see in the game as well. Please, 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 wreck avoidance challenges. Those are my favorite challenges in NASCAR gaming. I really hope we get some more wreck avoidance challenges. I swear, there's never enough of those here in NASCAR games. Obviously, you know, for multiplayer, the typical thing that we've been expecting over the last years of NASCAR games and online is you have 40-player lobbies. Nothing mentioned with leagues or anything, so I don't know if there's going to be any league system or not with the Nintendo Switch game. Correct me if there's any talk about that. I really have no idea. But yeah, very straightforward. 40-player lobbies here on Nintendo Switch. It's going to be full-blown chaos. Now, I've actually done online lobbies in the NASCAR Heat 5 Nintendo Switch game, and it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was actually relatively solid. I've had a video and a stream on that before, but split-screen multiplayer battle head-to-head against your friends in full race weekends with AI or on your own. Once again, just kind of what you see on NASCAR Heat 5 there. Very, very similar to that. So, should be a good time if you and your friend want to go in and, you know, try and go head-to-head with the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series roster. We then actually have a local multiplayer, so compete with up to 16 players using Bluetooth to connect locally. So I guess, you know, like the NASCAR 22 or NASCAR Rivals LAN tournament is going to officially happen here. So very, very cool stuff there. If you find a way to get 16 friends, you are in luck. The paint booth as well as now got even more enhancements, including new number fonts, sponsor decals, as well as new templates for the schemes. So let me know what kind of sponsor decals you think we're going to get there. I mean, I can't even think off the top of my head what we could see. I really have no idea. I mean, Rowdy Energy, I was about to say, but that's already like in the NASCAR Heat 5 and whatnot. So I don't really have a clue what other sponsors they are going to plan to add. We'll have to find out. Gameplay enhancements, improved AI, which is a massive W there. More player camera options and DNFs. So more camera player options is going to be interesting to see. And DNFs, which is a system that is nice to see as well, and then improved AI. That improved AI is something I hope we see as well come with the NASCAR 21 Ignition patch here in a few months, but we'll have to wait and see, obviously, with how that overall plays with NASCAR Rivals with the improved AI and camera options and DNFs. I would expect when it says more camera player options, I feel like we're going to see some of the cameras that we actually see in NASCAR 21 Ignition. Like, we might get like more of that dash cam, maybe a couple of different just little extra weird little cameras here and there. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, because obviously with the NASCAR Heat 5 Champions Edition on Nintendo Switch, it's pretty limited with the cameras you currently have. Last but not least, there is Joy-Con wheel compatibility. Put the control in your hands with the Nintendo Joy-Con wheel pair to race in single player or split screen multiplayer mode. So it says single player or split screen multiplayer modes. Does that mean that online multiplayer with the 40 players you can't use it? I don't know, but either way, you can immerse yourself with the left turns at Bristol Motor Speedway. Bristol Dirt, oh no, Bristol Dirt on the Nintendo Switch. How's that one gonna go? We'll have to wait and see. But you know what? I'm actually that just came to my mind, and hold on, that's gonna be an online multiplayer too. Bristol Dirt. Oh, this is gonna be something. I mean, okay, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But that is the list of the features of NASCAR Rivals, which is what looking like is going to be coming out in October. There's not an actual official release date. Best Buy says late October, but we'll have to wait and see. But if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. And those are the features of NASCAR Rivals coming out later this year. I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you want to see in this game and what you expect here based off the features listed. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.